Not only does Best Buy offer you the best buys, but they also offer you the best defense. What happened earlier today was a group of men decided to enter into the Best Buy store, and they were looking to steal some of the equipment, some of the electronics that they had in display, and they were looking to abscond with those said items. But thankfully, the Best Buy employees, like NFL football players, literally huddled together and thwarted the plans of these thieves. And many people are now praising these Best Buy employees and now thanking them for their great service for what they did. But if there's one thing you know for a fact, never ever steal at a Best Buy. This can indeed happen. And who would have thunk it? I mean, these Best Buy employees really acting like the best employees out there, making sure that they were going to group up, huddle together, and as a cohesive unit thwart these plans from the shoplifters. And I gotta tell you, what were these shoplifters thinking? I mean, were they really thinking that they were going to go in there and steal a couple of different items without really getting much in trouble? I mean, I don't understand exactly what was going through their minds, but nonetheless, the Best Buy employees, I mean, there's a sense of gratitude and, gratefulness, and not just that, but also happiness due to the fact that that there are good Samaritans out there making sure that they're going to protect themselves, protect the company, and also to protect everyone else inside that store from harm, and to make sure that there was going to be no stealing whatsoever. So that's what these Best Buy employees did. They did a great job. I gotta salute them for sure. The Best Buy employees indeed doing their jobs, and much more. We're gonna go ahead and read a couple of different articles that popped up in TGW earlier this week. In fact, this first article states, and I quote, "Best Buy employees break in a stellar zone defense to stop shoplifters." Well, this is pretty good. So we know the Best Buy employees out there are doing a tremendous job doing their jobs, but at the same time, they're doing a lot more than that. The article says, and I quote, "There are a few things out there that soften the edges of this cruel world, quite like a funny sports video on Twitter and the even funnier armchair expert responses that come along with it." The video making the rounds today depicts a group of Best Buy employees caught on the store's security camera to fend the exit as three men attempted to shoplift phones from the display in a perfect zone formation, complete with a free safety in the back, complete with quick lateral shuffling to cut off the the shoplifters' path to the door. One of the most poorly executed shoplifting attempts that I've ever seen was quickly thwarted by a league-ready crew whose talents are clearly being wasted in the electronics store. And I gotta agree with this article. I mean, think about this. This had to be the most poorly executed shoplifting attempts. I don't think they really went through their own plans. I don't think they actually thought of this, because there was no way that these shoplifters thought that they were going to successfully steal and abscond the items without being stopped. There was just absolutely no way they had any planning whatsoever. Anyways, let's go ahead and move on with this article. It says, quote, "The quote tweets and replies are both endless and hilarious as Twitter analysts break down the employees' defense moves and stances. Suggestions abound for the Jets and the Lions to contact the store manager about signing the primary defender from the video for their defensive lines. The video will be studied in a film rooms for years to come. The technique, the situational read, the full floor coverage, you can't teach those instincts." So let's take a look at the tweet here. This is pretty interesting. In fact, there's a photo you can see. And the photo depicts the men. The men in the blue are the Best Buy employees, and the men who are wearing the hoods are obviously the shoplifters looking to, get out of there as quickly as possible, holding onto the items. But you can see how well formed, how well executed the Best Buy employees had everything. I mean, it was absolutely incredible. The fact that I saw the footage earlier today, and I gotta give props to these guys. You can see the tweet from Tony Metro. He actually says, "But what about our boy on the right? Leaves his spot vacated after realizing there's only one exit in the Best Buy. Rather than going where the play is now, he's presuming where the play is gonna be. Veteran awareness here." That was pretty good. That's awesome. So, I mean, these Best Buy employees probably having the time of their life. Hey, you never know. Maybe the NFL is going to contact them soon, and they're going to actually be football players in the future. Can you imagine that? Going from a Best Buy employee to then becoming a national football player in the NFL? That would be crazy. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and move on now to the next article, and I quote, it states, "None shall pass. Moment Best Buy workers line up as NFL defense team as they try to stop three shoplifters from making off with stolen phones." I'm telling you, the Best Buy employees are the real deal. Here we go. So the article says here, the Best Buy staffers showed a football-style defense while attempting to stop a gang of shoplifters from making off with several phones from one of the store's display tables, security footage shows. In the now viral clip, workers at the electronics retailer can be seen giving their best goal line defense in an attempt to thwart the 3 would-be robbers who stormed into the store and ripped the 3 cell phones from a display and attempted to flee. So we continue on. However, during the time it took for the robbers to rip the devices from their displays, observant staffers on the floor were quick to jump into action with a response that looked like something out of an NFL playbook. As the thieves attempt to make ways for the door, the footage shows 7 retail workers rushing to block them, shuffling in front of them as they attempt to pass with what can only be called a football-style defense. The clip of the coordinator maneuver posted Monday went viral overnight, garnering millions of views after being shared by a major NFL meme page and later Barstool Sports. The article continues on to say, this Best Buy has a better defense than your favorite NFL team, a widely reshared tweet posted by NFL memes Monday afternoon. Shortly thereafter, Barstool tweeted the same clip to their 3.6 million followers with a caption that offered an analysis of the workers' football formation. Best Buy employees lined up in cover 3 defense to stop them from leaving, the tweet reads. In the span of less than 16 hours, the clip attached to the post has been viewed more than 7 million times. The location of the store, the date the attempted heist took place, and whether the thieves were ultimately caught remains unclear. DailyMail.com contacted Best Buy Tuesday morning for further information about the incident seen in the 16-second clip, which has quickly captured the hearts of thousands of amused sports fans. Yeah, I'm sure all the NFL fans out there are happy. 7 dudes lined up with a bend but don't break defense. You even got one guy going so fast he is turning into a phantom. I can see the soda machine through his body thanks to his 99 speed. Others honed in one other employee who can be seen shuffling side to side to cut off one of the shoplifters from making his way to the door, commenting on the staffer's impressive moves. This dude don't care, one user wrote. He's trying to show he's in good tackling stance for the league. Another declared, this guy lateral movement is elite. Others commented on the impressive organization of the staffer's spur-of-the-moment effort, with one user sharing a diagram showing a defensive coverage. Blank studied this play all day at orientation, the user wrote. Other observers joked about which of the 7 was their favorite player. So we're going to go ahead and show you the clip right now concerning this entire situation that just took place earlier this week, and it was absolutely classic, as the articles were stating. And again, you know what? The NFL should indeed hire these guys as defensive linemen or something. They got to be in the NFL. They cannot be working at Best Buy. This is absolutely incredible. They're going to protect the integrity of Best Buy, and they're going to make sure that they're going to stop any thieves from coming in and stealing any items out there. Nonetheless, let's go ahead and take you to the video right now. Round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Round of applause for these guys out there making sure that they're going to do what they can so they can indeed, serve their great company, so they can actually protect the integrity of the Best Buy, to make sure that there's going to be no thieves out there making sure they're going to come in and wreak havoc. Not just that, but also, think about this for just a second. We got Best Buy employees literally putting their bodies on the line. If anything, they could have just stayed away. They could have let these thieves have it and let them run away, but they decided with a very incredible plan. They put it into fruition, and this is the result. I would imagine that these thieves were caught, and I would imagine that their plan was stopped because of the Best Buy employees thinking so quickly and rationally. And again, they were able to do what they can to make sure that they were going to block off these thieves. And again, it all goes back to what I was saying at the beginning of the video. I said that I, felt gratitude, a sense of gratitude and gratification due to the fact that there are good Samaritans out there making sure that they're going to protect themselves and, of course, protect the items in the Best Buy store, and perhaps maybe protect the other buyers out there in there. So that was absolutely incredible of them. I can't applaud them enough. I can't thank them enough. And I'm so glad that the video went viral, because these are real heroes out there who literally do what they can to stop the bad and to continue on with the good. So I'm so glad to hear that there are millions of people out there who've been exposed to this video, and hopefully this video is going to continue to be shared throughout social media, because whoever these gentlemen were, they are heroes in my book, and I'm sure a lot of people out there would agree. And I'm sure there's a lot of people out there who are saying that they should be working for the NFL. The NFL is needing some good players, and you know what? Sign these guys up. Why not? Give them contracts so they can indeed help the NFL. I'm sure, or whatever team they're going to work for. I'm sure they're going to be great players, right? Anyhow, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining us. I'm so happy over this news. You know, this is great stuff whenever you get to read employees doing, you know, saving the day and such. It's absolutely incredible. It's heartwarming. Anyhow, thanks for joining us here, part of the Gaming Weekly. We're going to go ahead and see you next time in TGW with more here in this channel.